All right, I'm going to show a quick couple of things how to use in Desmos with some different kinds of transformations. Notice I'm in Desmos.com, the calculator. We've been doing stuff in the geometry version, so this is kind of the normal Desmos. So first of all, I just want to show you if you want to put a point in, you can just type in a point, and that puts the point in, and you can add a label to it. But there's a better way, especially if you're going to do a whole bunch of points. The better way to do it is to type in table, and it creates a little table for you. And then I could say like, let's see, 1, 2 is a point, and let me go over 3, 4, 2 is a point, and let me go up 5. Let's do 4 and 7. Okay, and is that off the screen? Yeah, kind of off the screen there. Okay, that is a 3, 4, 5. Oh wait, no, it's not. Why is it not? Oh, just because it's zoomed way out. Let me zoom in. It's interesting. Um, oh, because I don't know what a 3, 4, 5 triangle is. That's the problem. I wanted to make that a 3, 4, 5 triangle, so that should be 6. All right, so this is a 3, 4, 5 triangle, and I'm zooming in and out there. And what I might want to do is like translate that somewhere. So like maybe I want to take that point right there and move it up to there. And so that would be, that's at 1. Let me zoom in a little better so you can tell where I am. Yeah, so that's at 1. You can see it down there. And maybe I want to move that over to here. So I want to move it over 4 and up 1. So I could say, okay, well, let me do another table. I think this will work. And I could say, okay, that one right there, I'm pointing at it. You can't see me do that. I'm going to move that one that's at 2, 1. I'm going to move it over to 5 and up 1. So it's at 3. And then I could do the whole table that way. I could transition this whole thing up there. So I'm adding, oops, zoomed out there. I'm adding 4 onto my x's, so I can make that an 8. And I'm adding 1 onto my y's, make that a 3. And then finally, I'm going to make that an 8. And just adding 1, 7. And that's kind of off the screen. Let me pull it down there some. And you can see it. And so that's translated over. Now that's not actually the best way to do it for a translation. Stay on page. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of that. And the other cool thing that's kind of nice is if I want to fill that in, if I type in polygon and then do x1, it makes it a subscript, comma y1, and it makes it subscript, and I close that out. It makes it like a little just colored in. It's kind of nice. So I just moved that thing over 4 and up 1. So one of the options here is polygon x1 plus 4 and y1. And once again, so when I hit the 1, it automatically figures out it means a subscript plus 1. And so what that does is it takes everything in that table there and it adds 4 and adds 1 to it. And by the same token, if I wanted to make that a -1, I could actually have it move down. So this is a nice way to translate things. Is if you set up a table, that can be your image or your pre-image rather, and then if you take the same thing and then add or subtract onto the x and the y's, you can translate it around the screen. Kind of another cool thing with this is you can also, maybe I do x1 to y1, and oh, it's stuck down there on the subscript, so I'm going to use the arrow to get it over and then do that. Okay, and let me zoom out a little bit here. So this has actually stretched it in the y direction. All of my points have gone up twice as far as they need to from the x-axis here. So that's kind of an interesting thing. Another thing that you can do is you can actually reverse them. This is case sensitive, y1, comma, x1, x1. And that's kind of interesting. It just, it's like it kind of flipped it like that. Oh, this is not as obvious what it's doing. Let me change these original points. This will kind of be cool. I'm going to make this a -1. Make that a -4. And I'll make that a -4. Okay, so look at that now. You're like, oh, well, kind of looks like it's over there. Let me change one more point just so you can kind of see what's going on here. I'm going to make this at a negative. Look what it looks like now. So that might give you some ideas. And another thing that you can do too, which might be interesting, is do a negative x1 and a y1. That does something interesting. Let me go back to where it was. It was a negative. Let's change that to a negative 1, 6. Look what that does. That's kind of interesting as well. So those are a lot of different things that you can try there. You can put in tables, which is really nice. What's nice too, you can I could add like a point here. Now, depending on where you add it, it may do something very strange, but usually it will try to figure out how to make the points all fit together in kind of a polygon. But you can keep adding points to the table. This thing will automatically update the polygon. This will update the points, and then if you've got another polygon in there that's some kind of transformation, it will do things as well. I think that's all I need to tell you for now. So happy graphing.